Hey folks, so sorry for the long wait between videos. It has been a while since my last video, but it's mainly down to moving house and then having issues with getting broadband connected. But I'm back now. This one's going to be a fairly quick one. It's another one on bartering, obviously, as you can see in the title. But it's to do with basically some more tips and tricks. I've tried to think of the most obvious ones that you just don't think of. So I'm going to go through them in the list that I've got them on there, but I might do some in a little wrong order. So obviously, most obvious one is you can press a board now to board your ship, and then if you click it again, you grab onto your wheel, which is so convenient. You used to have to left click on here. You still can do that. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere where it doesn't show these options, and obviously you can use disembark as long as you're next to a manager, which gets you right next to the manager, which is great. But another thing is if you get your ship stuck on an island, there's a little trick you can do. Right, have I actually just got stuck? That was accidental. I'm actually stuck. Okay. Oh no, hang on. I just unstuck myself a little bit. Not turning though. Right, anyway, I'll show you this trick since I'm stuck here somehow. So you jump off your ship, jump as far as you can, swim out a little bit sometimes. And then if you go to the icon here and right mouse button, it will teleport your ship to you in the direction that you are facing. So now I can just sail out of here. As long as you've got sailing skilled 1 and your ship durability is above 50% and your weight is below 100%, have this ticked for auto pathing because then it'll always use it whilst you're auto pathing. You don't really get stuck anymore whilst using it. They fixed that a while ago. Now there is a trick, so you can see that I'm moving quite fast. There's a trick to stop quickly. As far as I'm aware, it still works. So rather than doing the whole animation for stopping, you just press TSR and instantly stop. Look, I'm not moving. And then if you press R a second time, you can get off. So I'll show you that again. I'll do a quick move from the get-go. Didn't press it quick enough, unfortunately. So TSR, you're off your ship. That's how quick it is to get off your ship. It's a little trick, just gets you there sorted. And then there's another one which I don't like doing, but you can do. So if you don't use your tag for anything else, you can tag a character to have extra weight you can put on that character. Another one that I don't do anymore, so there's a few tips about weight, is you can, as long as you've got 11 contribution points, that's the word, you can buy this house for 1 contribution point and put a container which costs 10, or if you've got like the premium one, it's free. Let's say free, it costs you pearls, or I think you can get a version with loyalty now. But yeah, and you can put a container on here. You do have to run back and forth to your ship, but it can save you having to basically go all the way back to Ilia. If you sat at it, like if Ilia's your base, it's not so bad. But if you've got like Etheria as your base, then it's obviously going to save you a trip. But this is linked to this storage, is one thing you've got to be mindful of. But it can save time, especially in the smaller boats. Also, I've got to say, apologies if the setup looks a bit weird. New house, moved everything about. I'm working on it. It's probably going to change. I know I feel quite a bit low right now. I think it's because I've got things at different heights. I can probably just quickly edit that. He says, there we go. There we go. I'm not so low. It'll vary throughout the whole videos. And sorry if I'm a bit quiet. My mic's in a new place and I'm looking away from it. I'm probably going to fix that. Also, this is an obvious one, but try to keep level 1 to level 4 trade items at both Ilia and Etheria to save you time, so you don't have to go across the map to complete your routes. I usually just keep it all over here because I do it AFK in the background, so I don't mind going all over. But if you have like it stacked in Etheria, not the sentry post, actual Etheria. So if you have them in this area, like you can buy houses for extra storage as well. Because a lot of the tier 1 ones actually come up over here, so it can save you time. I don't do that, but if you're into doing it actively, it's a good tip. And then obviously I mentioned these before. Well, I mentioned the central market maids, but obviously there's also storage maids. So I have in, I believe it's Grana, but I'll double check Olvia. Olvia is all my ship upgrade parts. So it's not Grana, what's it called? Glish. So this is all my T1 trade items. I think some of these aren't in use anymore. but basically store them there. And also, always, 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 when you go to an island, there should be an island near here. Don't know why I can still disembark. It's a bit far to disembark, really. I think that's a bug. I'm not be able to disembark at this range. There's islands down here. Yeah, I'll go to this one. I don't want to disembark because I shouldn't be able to at this range. Nice little bug for you for the video. And whilst I'm sailing, I'll go over some other ones. So, oh yeah, so the sailors always use innocent goblins. If I go into my sailor info, look, all innocent goblins. This one I haven't put on the ship because I'm going to change one out. Basically, you want to have them because they've got high endurance, which is your ship speed. And you basically want to level them up with doing your daily quests because that will help get your sailing XP. And you want them to have at least 3 speed at level 8. If you don't, you can re-roll your sailor. Just go get another one from basically any of the pubs. You can get them around on Ilya Island, but the pub in Velia is probably the best place to get them. There's also the pub in Etheria, I believe. So as you can see, that one's 3.5, that one's 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.5. I think it's the 3.3 I was going to re-roll. But yeah, always use them. More speed means you get through it quicker. And then always use explore, don't supply. But you've got to be careful. So when you explore, I mean, I found a nice imperfect zone, but make sure you don't do it with like less than 50% durability because you can get bears that destroy your boat, and you don't want your boat destroyed on an island. That's just going to set you up to fail. So always be careful to make sure you've got enough durability. By all means, you can use ship repair materials. Now, I believe that's everything that I've gone over, other than the one last thing, which is what I do. You can do it for. It honestly depends where you want to be doing it, but I move them to inner Ancado Harbour, and you can move 5 at a time. Well, say 5. It's literally 1 in each wagon at a time. It takes 4 hours to transport them. But I move them over to Ancado. You can obviously move them over to like Etheria if you need. I keep clicking on the sentry post, but I move them into Ancado because then I've got a boat that comes here to pick things up. And then it will go back to Hackerden for the Hackerden barter trade because that is 486 grow coins right now. It's a pretty good one. So that's everything. It seems to have took quite a while actually. So thank you for watching. If you got here, please like and subscribe. I will be uploading more frequently now. I do need to figure out what else to do. This should be the last bartering one unless someone requests something specifically to do with bartering, and I'll see what I can do. So thank you for watching, and ciao for now.